I still remember the day I stepped into LIUC Università Cattaneo, Casalanza, full of hope and excitement, ready to embark on a new chapter of my academic journey. But little did I know, I was about to enter a nightmare that would leave me feeling drained, frustrated, and utterly disappointed. As I began to navigate the campus, I was struck by the lack of facilities and the poor maintenance of the ones that existed. The promised career support was a joke, with very few opportunities and a lot of competition for them, favoring certain students. It felt like they were more interested in padding their own statistics than in helping us succeed. The accommodation was overpriced and basic, with cramped rooms and outdated amenities. The lectures were often dry and unengaging, with professors who seemed more interested in their own research than in teaching us. The campus felt isolated, with not much of a social life unless you were part of a specific group. It was like they had created a bubble that only catered to a select few, leaving the rest of us feeling like outcasts. But what really took the cake was the administration. Oh, the administration. Constantly changing rules and unhelpful staff made it feel like they were actively making things difficult for us. Important information was often missed or delivered late, leaving us scrambling to keep up. And don't even get me started on the grading system. It was incredibly harsh and inconsistent, making it feel like we were at the mercy of their whims. I felt like a number, not a person, just another statistic to be crunched and forgotten. The course content felt outdated, not preparing us for the current job market. It was like they were stuck in a time warp, refusing to adapt to the changing times. As I looked around, I saw so many students struggling just like me. We were all trapped in this cycle of frustration and disappointment with no end in sight. It was like we were all stuck in a bad dream, unable to wake up. And the worst part? They didn't seem to care. They just kept on chugging along, oblivious to our struggles, as if we were just collateral damage in their pursuit of prestige and recognition. I felt like I was drowning in a sea of incompetence with no lifeline in sight. The loneliness and disconnection I felt were palpable, like a heavy weight that I couldn't shake off. But I knew I wasn't alone. I saw it in the eyes of my fellow students, the desperation and despair that came from being trapped in this broken system. We were all just pawns in their game of academic one-upmanship, mere statistics to be used and discarded. As I sit here, reflecting on my time at LIUC Università Cattaneo, Casalanza, I am filled with a sense of sadness and regret. Regret for wasting my time and energy on an institution that didn't care about me or my fellow students. Sadness for the potential that was squandered, the opportunities that were missed, and the dreams that were crushed. But I will not be silenced. I will not let them get away with this. I will speak out, I will shout from the rooftops, and I will make sure that no one else has to go through what I went through. Because I know that I am not alone, and together we can make. I started looking into crimes near LIUC Università Cattaneo, Casalanza, because my cousin wanted to visit for 2 weeks, and I did not want her crying on the plane home, you know. Businesses near LIUC Università Cattaneo, Casalanza are like shiny jewelry shops that smile at tourists, but inside they sometimes swallow your money. A 20-year-old boy walked into Venera's jewelry, picked a gold cross necklace and a white gold bracelet, paid with 2 happy little checks, even showed his ID like a good student. The checks bounced higher than the university bell tower. I predict the shop lady closed early that day, counted empty boxes instead of earrings, and the boy probably sold the gold for fast cash somewhere near the train tracks before the police found him. Businesses near LIUC Università Cattaneo, Casalanza are like kind strangers in the piazza who suddenly care about your car. 2 men helped a grandpa fix his flat tire, but while he thanked them, his bag with wallet and passport flew away like a sad bird. I think the grandpa stood there holding the dirty jack, tears mixing with motor oil, and the scammers probably split the cash in a bar around the corner, laughing over cappuccino. Businesses near LIUC Università Cattaneo, Casalanza are like fancy sheiks with fat suitcases promising dream deals. They opened the cases, showed thick wads of paper that looked like dollars, asked shop owners to co-invest, then vanished when the real money never came. I predict one shopkeeper still keeps a fake bundle in a drawer to remind himself why he almost lost his store. And the sheiks are probably somewhere new, wearing different sunglasses, selling the same empty promises. Businesses near LIUC Università Cattaneo, Casalanza feel like a practical joke that forgot to end. I am still blinking to check if the punchline is me. Every time you hand over money here, you get the distinct impression the cashier is already laughing behind your back, and the product you receive is the afterthought of that laugh. Supermarkets in this corner of Lombardy treat freshness as a rumor. Walk into the local Esselunga, and you will find fish that smells like it remembers the sea, but has clearly started a new life as a chemistry experiment. The red gills you hope for have turned the color of wet cardboard, yet the fishmonger will look you in the eye and swear it is perfect for a toddler's dinner. Shelves are restocked by people who think cold chains are a Netflix documentary. Trays of zucchini flowers sit out so long they melt into sad green porridge overnight. When you finally reach the self-checkout, the machine accuses you of stealing. A supervisor arrives, dumps your groceries on a side counter, and rescans everything while the queue stares as if you are the one who caused the problem. Discount stickers promise heaven, but the screen charges you double. The manager shrugs and says the label was just an invitation to talk about price. Coffee at the same store is a masterclass in passive aggression. Ask for a latte without foam, and the barista sighs so deeply you fear she might deflate. She insists physics forbids a milk drink without bubbles, then serves you a cup wearing a 3-centimeter mustache of it. Her colleague makes the identical order bubble-free in 20 seconds, proving the first woman simply enjoys the power struggle. You leave hotter than the coffee, and the cheesecake you grab for comfort has a base harder than the pavement outside. When you request it warmed, the staff microwave it into soup and hand it over with the smile of someone who just set your car on fire. Restaurants here specialize in hunger after you have already paid. Trattoria La Rava e la Fava sounds rustic, yet the reality is a cramped corridor where elbows touch like old friends. The set menu is a scavenger hunt for flavor: one slice of supermarket salami, the width of a bus ticket, a bruschetta the size of a passport photo, 14 penne counted out as if the chef feared running out of numbers. Risotto arrives congealed like polenta. The second course is 2 gray sheets of something that once knew meat, accessorized with 5 potatoes that were clearly boiled during the previous government. The owner apologizes by offering a discount so small it feels like a tip for his own incompetence. Meanwhile, the cook watches TikTok, scratches inside his ear, then stirs your dinner without washing hands because, as the waiter explains, hygiene is a personal journey. Nightlife completes the trilogy of disappointment. Secret Room markets itself as exclusive, yet the real secret is how anyone survives the evening. The doormen play God in nylon jackets, couples kiss in line, get told those freak shows belong somewhere else, while girls in short skirts glide past the same guardians without a glance. Once inside, you discover a basement sauna pumped with cologne and testosterone. 3 separate groups start fist fights before midnight, and the ventilation is so poor you can actually see the air curdle. A gin tonic costs more than the shirt on your back, tastes like it was mixed by someone who hates both gin and you. And the dance floor is so crowded the only movement possible is slow-motion suffocation. Leave early and you still wait 40 minutes for your coat, because the staff are busy taking selfies. Stay late, and you catch a variant of flu history books had already canceled. Even jewelry shops near campus treat romance like a hostage situation. Meroji Eli will sell you a ring with a stone they swear is opal, yet a lab later reveals plastic with commitment issues.
Drive 3 hours because the website claims the boutique is open and you will find shutters down. No note, no apology, just the echo of your own petrol money burning. When the parcel finally arrives, the gold lacks any certificate, the receipt is missing, and repeated